Welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi Himatsubushi. First order of business. These Higurashi have to shut the fuck up. Clearly. It's not that. It's that. But it isn't enough for the soundtrack, though. You son of a bitch, Higurashi. God damn it. Play the video that pretty much goes into detail why I'm annoyed at the Higurashi. Right? Yeah. Well, what have we here as well? I can't be asked changing the freaking... Actually, I might as well try scrolling it. Yeah. God damn it, why do you do that? I'm just trying to move it over here, over yonder direction, so you can see what I'm about to be bitching about. So, like, I uploaded... God damn it, stop it! Whatever, just keep it there, I don't give a shit. So you can see, edit in progress, let's play Higurashi Himatsubushi Part 8, it's a beautiful view, and reconnect creepy uploaded. Like I said on my birthday right there, it is now 1 in the morning, and I've only kind of realized a little issue here. What? And here's a comparison, right? On my main channel, it's just like, oh, Zelda's got a copyright one. Not blocked in any countries though, just monetized. I don't give a shit about that. But blocked? Blocked in what way? I've got another window open up. God damn it. Yeah. Windowed. Himatsubushi, this video has been blocked in some countries. Copyright content was found in your video because of the limits policy. This video can't be played in some countries. What are these countries? Oh, I don't know. Just all the main ones, probably? Well, UK isn't in there, but still. I'm surprised. I've never even monetized any of my bloody videos. And what is... who are the fuck are Victor Entertainment? I don't know, some Japanese company. And look, just look at this. This happens all the time. Well, it doesn't happen like this, where it's blocked in countries. But look at this shit. All because of one little bit of audio. And you know what that audio is? It's the frickin' Higurashi. I mean, I'd understand if I insert the song or some shit, but I didn't. That's just the Higurashi with the usual... I mean, with that, why all of a sudden, after all these recordings, it's just like, no, that just under a minute bit that continues on longer than that, we're not having it. We're going to do that sort of like, I'm trying to remove the audio, and it'll probably remove the audio where I'm like, give my words of the day in that, essentially, which sucks. And just like, why? Just why? Do I have to make my own bloody soundtrack of this rate? Just like, screw Higurashi when they cry, kittens when they purr. I'll just record my cat purring. It just boggles my mind. I mean, fair enough if it's music, but it's just a fucking sound. Like, I just don't get it. Anyway, let's see if it's finally processed yet. Nope, this is what I hate about YouTube. You do shit like this and it'll take you freaking forever. I might actually try re-uploading this. I don't know. Maybe that would be different. Just like, oh, we're not going to do that time. I don't know. I just don't get that. It makes no sense. I'm gonna add this onto the next recording when I get around to that. Probably tomorrow, which it technically is right now. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I've seen all day. And that's saying something, because earlier today, when I got my bass guitar for my birthday, I had bass guitar in one hand, amp in the other hand, trying to get around my room, tripped, and fell in slow motion head first into my chair. So that was stupid, but this is dumber than that. Ah, you make things such a pain in the ass with that. I mean, do you see anything like that around here? No? Nothing. Just a one out of nowhere. Why? Just... why? I mean, going back to this, Wind Waker kind of does that a few times. That one didn't do it, but that one didn't either. But this one down here did it. It's just kind of random when they choose it. It makes no sense. But at least with the Wind Waker one, they didn't block it in bloody countries. Why'd you do that? It's just a freaking Higurashi going... Either way it goes, it bugs me. Whatever. That is all. Just thought I'd point that out. Why not? Yeah, that sucked. Why the fuck did you do that, man? Bloody Higurashi sound effects. I mean, what the fuck? Just like, oh no, you can't, it's just, no, we'll block it in multiple countries because of, yes, because Higurashi is copyrighted. The sound is copyrighted, and that's the main problem. I thought it was, public domain music they use for the soundtrack, which probably is, but apparently not for the Higurashi sound, no. It's like this one video on my main channel I uploaded a couple of years back. Hey look, it's Mion and Irie, some familiar faces. Alden Rika for once, and Oishi I suppose. Anyway, this one video I did on my main channel, like I wanted to create like a scary, creepy atmosphere, so I just put a bunch of sound effects together. And I think that also might have got blocked in some countries, or at least it got, like, monetized by the claimant and all that shit. So it's like, why is it, like, sound effects seems to happen with? I mean, this is the only time I've got any copyright notification in this entire LP so far. Like, since the first part of Onikushi up to the previous part. Well, the part before the previous part. There was none of that. And now suddenly it's like, oh! The Higurashi, when they cry like that, that means we're blocking it in countries. Why? I remember this one, like I've mentioned before, Shadows of the Past, a novel I've been on and off working on for freaking years now. And like I remember doing a soundtrack for it 2 years ago, and there's one track that I uploaded on my main channel called Sadness in the Rain. And I literally waited till, well, it might have been a rainy day when I freaking came up with the idea for it. It was mostly just improvised really anyway, but it was raining, so I was like, I'm just gonna record the rain with my phone. Because I knew even back then that there's just might have been that chance that if I used rain sound effect from somewhere else, it'd be like, oh, copyrighted? How can you copyright freaking sounds like that? It just... I don't get it. Just... why? Anyway, word of the day. My room has actually been cleaned on my birthday, so that's nice. It's just like, oh, is that part of the birthday service? That is what I said on that day, which was yesterday. Well, not yesterday when this was uploaded, but whatever. And that bugs me as well. Because of that copyright shit, I end up uploading it technically at like 2 in the morning on the 2nd. So it was after that instead. And what else? I had to edit it twice. It's like, first it was like, oh, 2 minutes to like something, like nearly 3 minutes. It's like, because of this bit of audio, we are blocked in multiple countries. I was like, fine, I'll edit that bit out then. And I did. And then they were like, oh no, now suddenly 20 minutes to bloody minutes. It was the Higurashi every time. And that pissed me off. Anyways, word of the day. You got a word for bullshit in this dictionary? Obviously not. Well, actually, have we got bull at least? bull. I mean, it's not quite, bullshit, but it's got the bull, which it doesn't actually have the bull at all. Well, it might be in the Japanese section, but I have no idea what the word is for bull, so never mind, How about... Ryoshi, fisherman, why not? Let's get on with the tips. I only recorded 5 minutes, but technically it was 5 minutes in that video I'm gonna, add in. And I even played some bass. Not at the time when I recorded it, because it's 1 in the bloody morning when I recorded that. I mean, I just recorded it, maybe half an hour ago, as I'm recording this. And it makes me realize all the more that recording for the New Year video is going to be a pain in the ass, because I have to rely on this little microphone and have my laptop unplugged from the charger when recording, and it's going to be quiet, and it's going to be shit. I've already wrote a song for the New Year video. It's just, putting it all together and doing all the other soundtracks is going to be a pain in the ass. Just and when going for the Higurashi section of it, don't include the Higurashi themselves. And they're right there in the background right now as well. They're everywhere, man! The sound of the car grew closer, followed by the sound of it braking as the engine cut out, and the Higurashi cried out too. At that moment, is up until now, footsteps drew decisive as the man in the room dashed up to the wall beside the window and carefully peered outside. It was his comrade's car. Even so, he still didn't relax his guard. Eventually, the sound of footsteps approached the door. Thump, 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 it was the passcode. I'm back. Open the door already. No. I'm still annoyed by that. I mean, why? They did it on my birthday, man. Technically. I uploaded at 10, the usual time, the previous part. And I didn't notice that it was blocked in multiple countries till maybe 12 or 1 in the morning. I was like, you son of a bitch. And it was when I freaking was going over the word of the day and chose birthday because it was my birthday. I was like, hey, why not? You got something against birthdays? Anyways, I'm back. Open the door already. Ah, you must be tired. I'm opening it now. After the locks were undone and the door opened, the man appeared, his arms laden with soiled and plastic grocery bags. The bags in his hands had 7 Smart written on them, with bread and milk cartons able to be glimpsed within. Contents of those bags were then spread out over a sheet on the floor. I want some cup noodles, so go boil some water. How's the kid doing? He's been sleeping the entire time. Thank God he's not causing any trouble. He did struggle a bit when he was about to shit himself. Are you serious? I got frickin' it's a continued thing here, man. It really is. Did he really almost shit himself in Japanese, is the question here. Yeah. Did he shit himself? Did he almost do that? Is it true? Is it true? Or is it an osada? It's, let's see. Kusu means waste. I mean, kuso, I've heard, means shit or damn it. So maybe it's the same thing. That's the closest I can think of here. Yes, it got it on there anywhere that I can see it. No. Also, I noticed that maybe, I'll probably forget this time as well if it happens. But my freaking cursor didn't appear in the previous part. That was pointing at, like, the kanji. Like, that one is te right there. That means hands. But it's probably different context and stuff. And it's weird like that, and it just confuses me to no end. Much like how my freaking video got freaking blocked in multiple countries because of that shit. Because of that shit right there. See that shit? Oh, crap his pants. Okay, now you've done it. You've done it. You've crapped your pants, and I must know if you really did. Well, you didn't crap your pants, but you said. Okay, so reoccurring characters, any reoccurring character. It doesn't look like it, does it? Something Rasasena. The reason I'm constantly making noise here is because I don't want the bloody Higurashi to overpower. You will not overpower Higurashi. I will reign supreme. I don't know what that character is. Maybe that's the character for it, but I don't know. Let's just get this scene over with so we can have less Higurashi and more of an actual soundtrack that doesn't involve the Higurashi. It suck if it started smelling like an outhouse in here. Yeah, I know. Check the gag every now and then. We don't want it to get loose, so keep it tight. But not so tight that you stop breathing. I said I know. Huh? Didn't I ask you to pick up an volcano gas for the portable stove? We're out. You never asked, you idiot. Idiot. Okay, another curiosity, because he's calling him an idiot, essentially. So let's see if there really is a difference in the way he says it. Itinin daho. Daho. It's like you're saying that whore. Da whore, man, that bloody whore. Da 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 da. Where are you in here? I know baka means idiot, but he's saying it in a different way here. Maybe he is saying idiot, but in a different way. Maybe it's a different dialect, like they allude to a lot, you know, because that's a thing. But is it really? Is he really saying that he's an idiot in a different way? Daho, 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 I don't see you in here. Daho, 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 where the fuck are you? It's looking less and less likely as I turn each page that it is probably not in here. But maybe it means idiots in a dialect of sorts. Wait, okay, so what's he saying now? It's like, oh, let's continue on in Japanese. Ka. Freaking goddamn it. I can't read freaking katakana quite as well, you know. Is that maji kayo? Something itekureyo? I don't know. I still, to this day, have not memorized katakana. It's really confusing, really. Katakana is usually used... I say usually, because I've seen it used in, like, the most unusual ways. I've seen katakana, like I said, there's one channel Zeta plays. Has this wheel of crap. He has pretty much the majority of Super Nintendo and all that, Genesis games and all that. At that, he just picks at random through this wheel of crap, whatever number lands on, he picks the game. And he's come across a lot of Japanese games, and I've observed in the writing system that some of those games used exclusively katakana, which made no sense to me, because I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be exclusively for foreign words. But clearly, they don't follow that rule completely. But, the confusing thing is, when katakana is actually used in that way, I can't actually understand it. If it was written in hiragana, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can see where that one's going. But if it's in katakana, I'm just like, Ah, seriously, come on, work. Damn it! Okay, he said damn it. God damn it, here we go again. God damn it! Log... Kusa! Yes, see what I mean? It can also mean damn it. It is his own words. Sort of. I mean, I don't know. I suppose it's just the equivalent of that, really. It doesn't necessarily mean like, well, it does, actually. I mean, in English, you could be like, damn it, shit. It's more or less the same context, really, isn't it? You're just using a different word. You'd be like, fuck, shit, damn it. It's pretty much all comes down to the same context, really, doesn't it? He railed the portable stove as he struggled to get it to light. And I have to click on it again. Seeing that, the man who went to buy supplies let out a deep sigh. These bloody Higurashi never bloody shut up, and with a backwards glance at that sight began to walk to the corner of the room. The kidnapped boy was sprawled out on a sheet that was spread out on the floor. Boy, you doing okay? Of course, the man didn't assume the kid was able to hear that question. That's because the boy's ears were plugged with his eyes and ears thoroughly covered by packing tape. Also, his mouth was gagged with a thin, twisted-up towel. Because of that, the boy was unable to close his mouth properly, his cheeks sticking with his own saliva. Of course, that wasn't the only reason. Both his arms were tied tightly behind his back with leather belts. You seem to be doing okay. At least you're not gonna die. If your grandpa wanted to play tough, we might have had to lop off an ear. It'd be great if we don't have to. If the main family says we do, though, tough luck. I can't even imagine what kind of cruel things they'd have us do. Our family says not one scratch on I'm through, so it seems to be going well for that time being. The minister has discreetly withdrawn the dam project. The Inubizao Dam is indefinitely postponed. I wonder when we're letting the boy go. I just want to be done with this already. The main family seems to be gauging the timing. I don't know what it'll be, but probably tomorrow. When, I mean. Isn't that great, kid? You'll be let go real soon. The men didn't know if their voices were heard by the boy. For him, there was nothing he could do but continue to sleep to escape his harsh reality. More importantly, what are we gonna do about the gas? We can eat the cup noodles raw. We can't. I'd eat them, if we're out of gas, say something, jeez. Don't let the Higurashi say it, though. They're bloody loud and have copyright attached to them for some reason. So that was going smoothly, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. That was a complete disaster of a scene. I kept rambling, and it just went on and on and on. Why I like rainy days. Was that cloud indication there? It's like, oh look, a purple cloud. Don't you dare, Higurashi. Okay, good. We got an actual soundtrack. The weather forecast had predicted that it wouldn't rain at all this entire week. It's not that I hate sunny days or anything. When every day is the same, unchanging sunny weather, however anybody would long for a rain cloud or two. Who the hell is this from, this perspective-wise? If it's simply clear skies for a week, a month, a year, anybody would long for a rain cloud or two. The weather specialist said that they had carefully scrutinized a large quantity of past data, so it wouldn't be so likely for the forecast to be wrong. I knew as much. But even then, there was occasionally a day when I was hoping that it would be wrong, as I stared up into the clear blue sky. Was I being mischievous in hoping so? I waited and waited, feeling almost suffocated by the boring blue sky, undisturbed by a single cloud. If you could die from that suffocating feeling, the population of Earth probably wouldn't have increased to this point. In other words, the only person who was being suffocated by this was me, and so I welcomed the summer evenings where not even the weather forecasts could predict a sudden shower. If I were to explain it like this, would you understand a bit more about how I feel? It's like, that's Keiichi's house. It's just like, no, that's the default house, the background right. But it clearly is. That's Keiichi's dining room. Let's say that tonight's dinner was going to be curry rice. And say some people from Dark Copper 2 were going to come over and be like, hey, we want your curry. And you'd be like, god damn it, you do this every time. But when you're called down to the dinner table, what was waiting for you was instead an eggplant and bell pepper stir-fry. This is just on your mother's whim, by the way. I would be delighted by such whimsy. I don't really like eggplants or bell peppers, but still I would be delighted. The fact that the pre-established routine of curry rice had been broken would be amusing. If tonight was repeated 100 times, and 100 times you had to eat curry rice. Yet for just this one night that was changed to an eggplant and bell pepper stir-fry, there's no way you couldn't enjoy that chance happening. I hate pre-established routines. I really hate when things are all decided beforehand. I have no love for boredom. Who does, really? I always get my hopes up that something today will be different from yesterday, no matter how trivial. It's been decided that this entire week started today was going to be clear skies. The weather forecast decided upon it, so the god of weather must also feel obliged to do so. But who's to say that a rain cloud might not just show up one day on a whim? It's something that nobody can say for sure, but because that thought remains in this world, a creature such as myself can continue living without being suffocated. Tomorrow will probably be a hot and clear day. However, I'm the only one that knows that predetermined fate, even with but a slim 1% chance, something changes. Hoping for that 1%, I hung up upside down weather charms on my sunlit eaves. In the end, I spent my days waiting for those unexpected things in life to happen. I pondered why I was hoping for it. Why was I hoping for a rain cloud? The answer was simple. I've had my fill of clear skies. Then why was I hoping for a rain cloud? The answer was simple. The fact that it was going to be sunny tomorrow was boring. So why was I hoping for a rain cloud? In the end, it doesn't really matter whether it rains or shines tomorrow. Basically, it was just that the rain would water my heart, which was withered from boredom. That's why, rather than a TV drama where the plot's already been decided, I prefer to look up at the sky. I understand the context of all that. Maybe you don't, but I'm not going to explain it because it'd be spoilers. Barley tea and black tea and a milestone. Or millstone. Whichever. I don't know. Your blood pressure is improved. For you to recover this quickly at your age, I'm rather impressed. At this rate, you'll still be kicking after a couple hundred more years, Oreo-san. That would be, Mion's grandma. The young doctor in his medical coat. We haven't heard this track in ages. I thought we were never gonna hear it again at this rate. Said that house. He undid the blood pressure cup from the arm of the old lady tucked away in a futon. I wonder what the string assembler is playing. Like, the movements are kind of subtle. You can hear it, it's like... It's like right there, I can't tell if there was a movement or not. I mean, I figured out the piano bit, it's just the string assemble bit. I want to know what mode it's doing. Anyways. You're a very good physician, Dr. Irie. If a persistent old fart like me doesn't hurry up and die, I'd just be in the way of you young folk. The old lady Oreo laughed faintly with a broad smile on her face. Then, turning towards the sliding door, she called out in a strong voice. Is Shimoka-san or Tayoko-san there? Bring some tea for Dr. Irie. The sound of rushed footsteps from the hallway drew closer until finally the door slid smoothly open. What it revealed was a young girl. It looked like the old lady's granddaughter, which it was. Shimoka-san already left for the day. Do you need something? We ought to make some barley tea for Dr. Irie. Okay, got it. Did you want some too, Granny? Or would black tea be better? Want lots of milk and sugar? I'll measure that myself, so you don't have to put any in. Let's bring the sugar jar and some milk when you bring the tea. KK! It's been freaking forever since I voice acted Mion. I was like, what was her voice that I gave her again? The girl named Mion, after giving a rather uninterested response to her taskmaster, the grandmother returned to the hallway. Pour the doctor's tea in the cup for the guests. And make sure you bring a coaster too. Also make sure to dry the outside of the glass, okay? Yeah. You're such a fussy pants. A tired voice wafted a reply from down the hallway. The apathetic tone of her voice was far from unusual. The old lady let a wry smile slip across her face as she chided the girl. Geez, that girl just won't learn. I think I ever scolded her about sticks. Oh no, Oreo-san, you don't have to say that. Mion-chan is doing her best in her own way, even though she's so young. Her mother was the same way. Couldn't teach her anything. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So her mother's must be exactly the same now. The old lady burst out laughing. Her expression showed she hadn't taken the comment the wrong way. Dr. Irie, I'm sorry, but could you open the doors for me? It seems there's a nice cold breeze outside. Cool, I mean. The cool chirping of the Higurashi. Don't let them in, Irie! Don't let them in! Let this peaceful soundtrack continue. As at some point started leaking through the gap in the doorway. Bottle it up! Soundproof that shit, Irie! Seriously, it still balls me, that does. Irie stood up and opened the door a bit. My god, the charger's gone down considerably over just 26 minutes. Well, going on 27. No, you let them in, you fool! A refreshing breeze pushed out the stale air that had built up in the room. Keep them out, Irie! It's gotten fairly hot during the day, but the evenings are still rather cool, aren't they? It was almost downright chilly last night. Yeah, those types of mornings and evenings are another one of Hinamizawa's fine points. Irie replied with a smile as he returned to sit on the cushion beside the old lady. And then the two of them for a little while soaked in the voices of the Higurashi. Shut up, Higurashi! I'm going to try to live to 100. Until the business with the dam is proper finished, I ain't kicking the bucket just yet. To get the government to withdraw a decision they've already made is a fairly difficult thing to do. The way this country does things is like turning a millstone. A heavy one at that. A millstone? Don't you know? A millstone. Irie quickly affirmed that of course he knew what the old lady was talking about. For he knew full well that Oreo didn't like having her stories interrupted. This millstone, see, can grind anything to a pulp. It's rather impressive. But you see, it doesn't turn that easy because it's a rather heavy millstone. Lots of people have to work in unison to get it to even budge. It's that type of millstone. Irie pursed his lips, listening quietly to what she was saying. Eventually, Mion returned with some tea laid out on the tray. Seeing that Oreo was talking and in a good mood, she quietly knelt down and laid out the sets for the barley and black tea, careful not to interrupt. That's why when it gets going, it's not that easy to stop. It takes the most effort to move it right before it starts churning. Everybody hates that, so everybody keeps pushing it along without rest. You're talking about friction, right? I get what you're saying. Who's saying that now? So in other words, if there's some sort of mistake and the millstone suddenly stops turning, to get it turning again takes a great deal of power. More or less. Oh wait, no, that was probably Irie, actually. Certainly to get a project that's been suspended going again takes quite a lot of work. Oh, I don't even know who's speaking anymore! Get on the screen, you bastards! It's a millstone, isn't it? But once it's stopped, it'll never turn again. It's that kind of millstone. But I suppose there was some way to get that millstone to stop, wouldn't it? When Irie responded without Mion, and the old lady suddenly sunk into silence. Irie, instinctively thinking he had said something rude, searched in a small panic for the words to correct himself. And those words were, "Bloody hell, the Higurashi are loud today, aren't they?" But that silence wasn't the result of rude words. for what crept across the Mion and the old lady's faces were contemptuous smiles. Because they knew the atmosphere surrounding Irie suddenly froze, leaving him flabbergasted. Thinking that the scornful smiles creeping across both their faces was the result of some mistake of his, he could only grow afraid. It's like, Irie, you're fucked. It hadn't been that long at all since he was enveloped in silence, for unable to stand it, Irie could only let out a weak laugh. Irie's laugh eventually spread to Mion and the old lady, not knowing exactly what they were laughing at. Their laughter left a lingering chill. The only ones not laughing were the Higurashi, who continued their simple and unchanging chorus of copyright-inducing chirps. Bastards! I hate them! Well, I don't. I just hate that they freaking copyright my freaking video because of that. I mean, how many freaking videos have I recorded throughout helping Higurashi, and only now it's just like, no, make exception here. I don't know. Get that Higurashi shit out of here. Can deal with a phone sound effect, right? That's not copyrighted. Just like, no. Blocked in 5 countries because of a phone. The phone suddenly rang. That's our ringtone. I woke up in a hurry. The clock read 9 p.m. Damn it! I slept past the time I was supposed to report in. He slept past the time he's supposed to report in, and the charger is low, so fuck it. I'll see you next time. It's like, we went through some tips and that was it. Barely any progress here. But it is a short one, so yeah. Is that a gate in that picture? Whatever. I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.